Hey folks, it's L. Joy Williams, your civics teacher and host of Sunday Civics, and I'm here with our first ever Take Civic Action Friday. With Election Day right around the corner, we need all hands on deck to register, engage, and turn our communities out to vote. So coming up, I'm going to share with you 5 locations where you can grab a clipboard and your crew and register new voters. Check it out. An election right around the corner, and one of the best ways to take civic action in your community is registering new voters. Over 50 million people are eligible but not yet registered to vote in the United States, and over 60% of people say that no one has ever asked them. So for all of you looking to take civic action in your community, here's your opportunity. I'm going to share with you 5 locations where you can grab a friend, slap some voter registration forms on a clipboard, and ask the question, is your voter registration up to date? Just before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the Sunday Civics YouTube channel right there, and that way you can be a part of the growing Sunday Civics community. This is a community of folks who are taking civic action in their community and taking back the reins of control of who governs them. So let's get to the list. Here are 5 locations where you can register people to vote. Number 1, your house. Yeah, I know, you think I'm tripping, but nope. The easiest thing to do on this list is to register the people who live in your house. Maybe you have a 17-year-old going on 18, graduating high school this year. What better way to get them engaged by having them fill out their voter registration form at their graduation or their 18th birthday party? Are you and your boo getting your first apartment together? Make sure you and her update your voter registration at your new address. Number 2, on your block. Now that you've registered everyone in your household, it's time to step outside your front door and ask your neighbors. That's right, on your block, in your building, right, in your immediate neighborhood. Set up a table at your block party this summer, at the tenant association meeting, or your co-op board meeting. Wherever it is, wherever you live, here's an opportunity to meet your neighbors and ask them, is their voter registration up to date? Number 3, where you shop. Undoubtedly, you have gone to the mall, to a strip mall, to a commercial strip in your neighborhood, and maybe you've seen the Girl Scouts selling cookies, threatening your diet, or you've seen nonprofits collecting donations during the holiday season. So why not go there with a couple of friends and a clipboard and register people to vote there? Number 4, at your church. Only 3% of people who are registered say that they were asked by their religious institution. So whether or not you go to church, temple, or mosque, maybe here's the opportunity to ask your faith leader about starting a civic engagement ministry at your place of worship. Or at the very least, you can put a little notice in the church bulletin or have voter registration forms after service. Probably doesn't hurt to have a couple of donut holes afterwards too. And now for my final suggestion on places where you can register voters. Are you ready? Stick with me on this one. At the club. Now, I don't mean inside the club because ain't nobody gonna pay attention to you on the dance floor. But at the line outside, everybody's waiting to get inside the club. You have a captive audience. They can't go anywhere until the bouncer lets them in. And in fact, if you know any place in your neighborhood or community that has a long line, like a food truck or something like that, here's your captive audience, a place where you and your friends can grab clipboards and work the line and ask the question, is your voter registration up to date? Well, there you have it, folks. These are my suggestions of 5 locations where you can take civic action and register new voters. Do you have a suggestion on where you've registered voters? Comment in the box below and let me know. Maybe my team and I will try your suggestion and then make a video about it. Until then, don't forget to make sure your voter registration is up to date and check out when the next election is coming up in your community. Now that you have this information, don't be a knowledge hoarder. Grab a friend, a clipboard, some voter registration forms, and some pens, and go get civically engaged.